Have you noticed that it's becoming increasingly harder to find a motorcycle that is truly worth what it costs? In a market full of options, inflated prices, and a lot of marketing, today I bring you something different. The naked bikes that best balance quality, equipment, and sensations for every euro you pay. They're not the cheapest, but they are the most recommendable for those looking for a naked bike with character, well-thought-out technology, and a riding experience that justifies every cent. So if you're thinking about making the leap to a bike with presence, well-built, and with an urban and sporty spirit, this top list is made for you. Stand till the end because more than one could be your next companion. And if you like this content, give it a like, subscribe, and activate the bell, because here we talk about bikes with passion and without beating around the bush. Let's get started.
APRILIA TUONO 457.
If you're looking for a bike that makes you smile just by looking at it, and that is also a whirlwind of fun on two wheels, the TUONO is a safe bet. We're going to take it apart as if we were in the garage, with loud music and some cold drinks. This is not just any engine. It's a 457 cubic centimeter parallel twin with a 270-degree crankshaft, liquid-cooled and designed to comply with Euro 5 regulations, capable of developing 47.6 horsepower at 9,400 revolutions per minute and a maximum torque of 43.5 Nm at 6,700 RPM. But the best part isn't the numbers, but how it delivers them. 82% of the torque is available from just 3,000 RPM. This means it has thrust worthy of a sporty naked. The top speed is around 185 kilometers per hour, enough for the open road without losing control. As for consumption, with a 12.7-liter tank and efficient management via ride-by-wire injection, an average of 25 to 30 kilometers per liter is estimated in mixed use. It has a 6-gear gearbox with an anti-hop clutch and, pay attention, an optional bi-directional quick shifter. A detail that will blow your mind? Aprilia has given it a shorter final drive than its sports sister, the RS 457, so it accelerates like a missile in tight corners. On a bike costing less than 7,000 euros, Aprilia has included high-end electronics. Forget about basic naked bikes. The 5-inch, full-color TFT screen displays revs, riding mode, fuel level, and more. It is compatible with Aprilia Mia, a system that connects your smartphone for aero navigation and telemetry. It has 3 riding modes: Rain, which is soft for wet conditions, Eco for optimized consumption, and Sport for a brutal response. Each one adjusts power delivery, traction control, and engine torque. The brakes, with a 320mm front disc and a 4-piston radial bi-brake caliper, include 2-channel Bosch EBS that is disconnectable on the rear wheel for those who like controlled slides. The suspension features a 41mm diameter inverted fork with 120mm of travel and a rear monoshock with 130mm of travel, both adjustable in preload. Aprilia has broken its tradition of converting sport bikes into naked bikes by cutting away fairings. The TUONO 457 was born as a naked bike from the first sketch. Its aggressive yet minimalist design includes a triple full LED headlight and low-mounted exhausts that give it an air of an angry street fighter. In terms of ergonomics, it boasts a seat height of 800 millimeters, ideal for people with a height under 1.75 meters. The handlebar is wide and high, with the feet slightly set back. It's comfortable in the city, but ready to attack corners. The weight is also a triumph: 159 kilos dry, 175 kilos with a full tank, thanks to the double-beam aluminum chassis. Rivals like the Honda CB500 Hornet use steel. That said, tall riders over 1.8 meters might feel a bit cramped. The good and the not so good. After reading dozens of forums and reviews, this is what is most repeated. Advantages: extreme agility, thanks to the lightweight and short 1,350mm wheelbase. It changes direction like a bicycle. Electronics: adjustable traction, disconnectable ABS, and riding modes give us a premium experience in the segment. Disadvantages: the tires it comes with from the factory are not the best, which is why it's recommended to change them for ones that provide better grip. Although the 41mm fork is robust, it only has preload adjustment, and according to some users, the bi-brake calipers could be a bit lacking. Who is the TUONO 457 for? This is key. It's not a bike for everyone, but if you identify with some of these characteristics, it will be love at first throttle twist. It is a bike suitable for ambitious beginners with controlled power, electronic aids, and good manageability in the city. And it also appeals to those who want to transform traffic into a circuit thanks to its agility between cars and its good ergonomics. Conclusion: is it worth it? The answer is yes. If you want a bike with an Italian soul, superbike technology, and an entry-level price, the TUONO 457 is one of the best proposals of 2025. Aprilia has achieved something difficult, making an accessible bike without giving up sportiness. Its greatest virtue? It makes you feel like you're on an RSV4, but at 40% of the price.
Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450. It's not just a bike, it's an injection of adrenaline with a retro soul that is revolutionizing the streets in 2025. Forget boring singles. The 450 cubic centimeter Sherpa motor of this Guerrilla beats with a wild pulse, offering 40 horses roaring at 8,000 RPM and 40 Newton meters of torque that pin you to the seat when you open the throttle. Top speed? 150 kilometers per hour with a tailwind, feeling how the engine vibration tells you that you're alive. But the great part is the chip change. Put it in Echo, and you'll be a savings ninja with 29.5 kilometers per liter. But activate Performance, and you'll get instant acceleration, traffic light start that leave cars eating dust. That said, when the tachometer approaches the red zone, it vibrates like a tribal drum, and some people love that. It looks classic on the outside, but on the inside, it's pure 21st century. The Flash version brings a 4-inch TFT panel with a futuristic design. Integrated Google Maps navigation, incoming calls, music control, everything in your field of vision without letting go of the handlebar. The Bibree brakes with 2-channel ABS are your guardian angel in emergencies, with 310mm discs up front, almost like a superbike. And the Showa suspensions? Those jewels. They absorb urban bumps as if they were feathers. Although, if you push them very hard in a corner, their 150mm of travel will tell you, easy cowboy, this isn't a circuit. Design and comfort. This is where the Guerrilla 450 steals your soul. Round LED headlight that illuminates quite well, engine with that raw finish that screams, "Look at me!" Clean lines that flow like silk. It's the bike that turns heads on every corner. And the ergonomics? Pure magic. Super low seat at 780mm, perfect if you're not a giant. Feet slightly forward, wide handlebar to slip through traffic like a snake. It's so comfortable that even an hours-long trip feels like a stroll. But be careful. In tight-angled corners, foot peg scrapes. A reminder that you're playing at the limit. According to various opinions, for this price, with a TFT and Sherpa engine, it's a gift. YouTubers like MOTO Tribute call it the queen of urban asphalt. But it's not all honey. Some users also complain. The Tripper system forces you to have your phone with the screen active, and on long trips, that kills the battery. Or the C8 tires get scared in the wet if you push it. And yes, the vibrations at high revs are real, but for many, that's part of the character. Who is the Guerrilla 454? For you, who are looking for excitement without selling a kidney. Are you a beginner who wants something easy but with style? Or a retiree who yearns for adventure without suffering back pain? Or a rider who hates traffic and wants to stand out? This is your bike. But be dream of transcontinental trips or cornering at the limit? For all this technology, you'll pay less than what several of its competitors cost. In Europe, it goes from 5,247 to 5,457 euros, and in the United States, between $5,500 and $6,000. In short, the Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450 is like that guitar riff that gets stuck in your head. Simple, powerful, and impossible to ignore. It's not the fastest, nor the finest, but it has soul.
MOTO MORINI SEIEMMEZZO STR. Are you looking for a bike with Mediterranean character that draws looks at the traffic light and gives you smiles in every curve? The SEIEMMEZZO STR is a good bet with Italian flavor that doesn't go unnoticed. In 2025, this naked bike remains true to its essence: bold design, enjoyable mechanics, and a just dose of technology to not lose its classic charm. Let's break it down. The heart of the SEIEMMEZZO is a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin that, although it shares its architecture with other bikes in the segment, has an Italian touch in its character. It delivers 61 horsepower at 8,250 RPM and 56 Newton-meters of maximum torque at 7,000 RPM. Figures that don't seek to break records, but to offer a linear delivery full of personality. The top speed is around 180 kilometers per hour, enough for the highway without becoming uncomfortable. And consumption remains at about 4.2 liters per 100 kilometers in mixed use, thanks to efficient electronic management. The best part? The exhaust sound, with its deep roar, will make you think you're in a Dolce Vita motorcycle movie. Morini has opted for a balanced approach, neither excess electronics nor boring austerity. The 5-inch TFT screen is clear and modern, with Bluetooth connectivity to pair your smartphone and control calls or music. It has 2-channel ABS and traction control, adjustable in 2 modes, urban for city and road for highway. The brakes, with 298mm Brembo discs in front and 240 at the rear, offer progressive bite and lots of confidence. In the suspension, we find a 41mm inverted fork and a rear shock with adjustable preload, giving it more of a sporty feel than other naked bikes in its class. This is where it really shines. Its retro-futuristic line mixes elements of a classic cafe racer with modern details like the X-shaped LED headlight or the step-up type seat that invites you to accelerate. The riding position is relaxed, but not passive, with semi-high handlebars, feet slightly set back, and a seat height of 810 millimeters, accessible for most, although if you are shorter than 170 centimeters, you might want to try it first. The weight of 198 kilograms ready to ride makes it agile in the city, and the minimalist fairing protects without subtracting style. In Europe, it starts from €7,990 in its base version, while in the United States, it's around $8,499, including ABS and traction control as standard. Is it expensive? For what it offers, many would say it's a fair deal. You get high-end components like Brembo brakes and an exclusive design without paying the premium of other premium brands. Would you recommend it for trips of hundreds of kilometers? It's not its strong suit, but for dominating day-to-day life with Italian style? Absolutely yes. If you want a bike that doesn't seem like it's from a generic catalog, the SEIEMMEZZO STR is one of those jewels that mixes passion and functionality without asking for a fortune in return. Before continuing with these two-wheeled beasts, if you like the content, don't forget to support us with a thumbs up and following the channel. Let's go for the next one.
Triumph Trident 660. If you're looking for a bike that makes you feel alive on every ride without sacrificing versatility, keep reading because this British bike for 2025 is a bomb of fun with surprises that make you fall in love. You know that smile that escapes you when you open the throttle in seconds? Well, the heart of the Trident is a 660 cubic centimeter triple that delivers 81 HP at 10,250 revolutions per minute and 64 Newton-meters of torque at 6,250 RPM. But the magic is in how it does it. It combines the thrust of a twin at low revs with the fierceness of a 4-cylinder at high revs. Over 90% of the torque is available from 3,600 RPM, so in the city or on the open road, the response is instant and silky. Top speed? It's around 200 kilometers per hour, but the truly addictive part is its linear acceleration, enhanced by a standard bidirectional quickshifter that changes gears without the clutch and without harsh cuts. In consumption, it's efficient for its category, about 4.9 liters per 100 kilometers, giving you almost 280 kilometers of range with its 14-liter tank. This is where the 2025 Trident makes an abysmal leap. Triumph has equipped as standard what you used to only see on premium bikes, ABS and traction control optimized for corners, managed by an IMU or inertial measurement unit that adjusts brakes and acceleration based on your lean angle. Furthermore, it brings 3 riding modes: rain, road, and the new Sport, which sharpens throttle response, cruise control for long trips, and a TFT screen with My Triumph Bluetooth connectivity. The best part? From the handlebar, you manage calls, music, aero navigation, and even your GoPro. For suspension, the 41mm Showa SFF BP inverted forks and the rear shock adjustable in preload offer a balance between comfort and sportiness, while the Nissan brakes, dual 310mm in front, are precise, although in very aggressive braking, some miss more bite. Imagine a bike that catches looks without shouting. Clean lines, a circular LED headlight like a modernized classic, and a low exhaust that lets you see that shiny triple. Triumph offers 4 colors in 2025: Cosmic Yellow, Cobalt Blue, Diablo Red, and the elegant Sapphire Black. But beyond aesthetics, the ergonomics are its great success. A seat at 805mm height, accessible for most, a wide but not intrusive handlebar, and a weight of only 190 kilograms that makes it agile in the city. In corners, the natural body position and the perimeter steel chassis inspire confidence. Although on the highway, like all naked bikes, the aerodynamic protection is just enough. What users say? The real thermometer highlights 2 things: the versatility and that sound of the triple that gives you goosebumps. It's just as comfortable for daily use as for a weekend ride. They also applaud the maintenance intervals every 16,000 kilometers and the 4-year warranty with no mileage limit. Disadvantages? Some mention that the passenger seat is small and that the controls are not backlit. In tests by media like Canarias and MOTO, they highlight its balance. It's not the most radical, but it is one of the most well-rounded. Who is the Trident 660 for? If you're a beginner, the Trident is ideal: manageable, predictable, and with electronic aids that cover mistakes. If you're an urban rider, its compact size and agility at low speed make it shine in traffic chaos. And if you're experienced, the sport mode and quick shifter will remind you that fun has no displacement. Long trips? With cruise control and a comfortable seat, it handles routes of several hours well, although it's not a tourer. In short, it's the bike for whoever wants an all-around companion without drama. How much does the fun cost? In Europe, the official price is around €8.595, but with current promotions like free registration plus €300 in accessories, it can be lowered to $7,995. In the United States, it starts from $8,595. Is it expensive? Compared to rivals like the Yamaha MT-07 or the Kawasaki Z650, it justifies its price with superior technology and that unique triple engine.
Kawasaki Z650. If you're looking for a bike that makes you feel alive every time you twist the throttle, but without breaking your back in the attempt, you're in the right place. I'll tell you in detail about this jewel in 2025, with all the updates that matter. Imagine a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin that not only roars with character, but delivers its power just when you ask for it. 68 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and a maximum torque of 64 Newton meters at 6,700 revolutions per minute. Top speed? It's around 200 kilometers an hour, enough to excite you without becoming untamable. But the magic is in how it responds: smooth at low revs, vibrant in the mid-range, perfect for sprints between traffic lights or enjoying secondary roads. And here's a plus: the assist and slipper clutch makes downshifts as smooth as a kiss. In consumption, it's surprisingly efficient, about 4.4 liters per 100 kilometers in mixed use. Do you know what that means? That the fear of the gas station won't ruin your Sunday rides. Kawasaki has avoided saturating it with electronics, but the right amount shines. The KTRC traction control with 3 modes: Mode 1 for sporty, Mode 2 for rain or gravel, and off for the brave. The 4.3-inch color TFT screen is your command center. It connects via Bluetooth with Rideology, an app to check consumption, routes, or even notifications, only when you're stopped, okay? Brakes with ABS, dual 300mm front discs and Nissan calipers, safe but without excessive bite. A point to improve? The suspension. Conventional 41mm fork and a rear shock with adjustable preload. They work in the city, but on very broken roads, you'll ask for more refinement. This is where the Z650 wins you over at first sight. It carries Kawasaki's Tsugami DNA, that crouch silhouette, advanced LED headlight like hawk's eyes, and a raised tail that screams aggressiveness. But don't be fooled. The seat at 790mm is low and narrow, so even if you're 1.7 meters tall, you plant your feet well. The position is relaxed. Wide handlebar, feet slightly back, straight back. Ideal for hours in the saddle without punishing your wrists or lower back. And details like the weight. Only 188 kilograms with all fluids.
Lifting it off the side stand is a one-finger job. In Europe, it starts from €7,575 in gray. The black red rises to €7,675, including free insurance and 3 years of maintenance. In the US, the base price is around $7,249 without ABS or $7,749 with ABS, plus about $665 in destination charges. Is it expensive? For the performance and technology, many would say it's a high price. What users say? After digging through forums and reviews, the Z650 has a 3.68 out of 5 stars. Repeated advantages. Versatile like a Swiss Army knife. It goes to work just as well as on a weekend ride, light, agile, and with instant torque to escape traffic. Well-integrated technology. The TFT screen and connectivity are useful without complications. Negative points. Basic suspension. On very irregular roads, the lack of adjustment is noticeable. For long trips, just enough. The 15-liter tank and minimal fairing are tiring on the highway. Who is the Z650 for? Your ally if you live in the city, compact size, contained consumption, and agility in tight corners is its habitat. You look for style without compromising practicality. It looks like a high-voltage naked bike, but maintenance is accessible. Not recommended? For long-distance travelers or those looking for super bike electronics. But if your thing is daily life with sparks of adrenaline, friend, this Z is a bull of energy with a chain.
KTM 790 Duke. If what you're looking for is a bike that makes you feel every curve as if you were carving the asphalt with a scalpel, hence its nickname, the Scalpel, you're in the right place. For 2025, this Austrian machine remains an earthquake in the naked segment, combining brutal agility with technology that takes care of you without taking away your smile. I'll tell you in detail why this orange beast should be on your radar. Imagine a 799 cubic centimeter parallel twin that not only roars with character but pushes you forward as if it were in a hurry. In Europe, it comes limited to 47 horsepower for the A2 license, but unlockable to its full power. While in other markets, it shows off its full 105 horsepower and 87 newton meters of maximum torque at 8,000 revolutions per minute. Top speed? It's around 200 kilometers per hour, but what really takes your breath away is how it accelerates. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.11 seconds, almost like a super bike, but with the manageability of an urban bike. That engine has a secret. A 285 degrees crankshaft that mimics the sound and delivery of a V-twin, giving you strong and exciting acceleration, full of growls and pops on the overrun. In consumption, it's honest, about 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers in a mixed cycle, which gives you a range of about 300 kilometers with its 14-liter tank. Yes, it drinks a bit more than rivals like the Triumph Street Triple, but how can you resist that character? KTM doesn't skimp on electronics. The star is the new 5-inch TFT screen with sharp graphics and connectivity via the KTM Connect app. Navigation, calls, music, all controllable from the handlebar, and a USB-C port to keep your phone alive. But what saves your skin are the 5 riding modes: rain, street, sport, and the optional track and performance. Rain? Rain mode softens the response and maximizes traction. Dry road? Sport unleashes all the fierceness, even allowing some controlled sliding. And let's not forget about the cornering ABS, the traction control adjustable in 6 levels, and a bidirectional quick shifter that makes changes as fluid as sliding a knife through butter. The WP Apex suspensions, 43mm inverted fork up front and monoshock in the rear, are basic but effective, although on very irregular roads they ask for more refinement. The brakes with dual 300mm discs up front and radial J1 calipers are biting and safe, although some miss the feel of Brembo. Visually, the 790 Duke 2025 is pure KTM attitude. Aggressive lines, LED headlight with a predator's gaze, and that naked profile that shamelessly exhibits its mechanics. But don't be fooled by its killer look. The riding position is surprisingly comfortable. The wide handlebar and slightly set back foot pegs keep your back straight, ideal for hours in the city without punishing your wrists or lower back. The seat, at 825mm high and the option of 805mm with the low seat from Power Parts, is narrow at the front, which helps even riders of 1.70 meters to plant their feet well.
At only 169 kilograms dry, moving it in traffic or lifting it off the stand is a simple task. That said, the fairing is almost non-existent. At over 130 kilometers per hour on the highway, you'll feel the wind like a war cry, which some love but others find exhausting. In Europe, it starts from €10,899, about 1,000 more than the basic 2024 version, with a 4-year warranty that demonstrates KTM's confidence in its reliability. In the United States, although official sites don't detail figures, market sources place it around $9,999 for the model with ABS, positioning itself as a direct rival to the Yamaha MT-09 or the Triumph Street Triple R. Is it cheap? No. But for that electronics and that chassis, many would say it's worth every penny. What riders say? After diving into forums and tests, the 790 Duke has a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The queen of direction changes. Its tubular steel chassis and short 1,475mm wheelbase make it as agile in winding curves as a trial bike. Technology that hooks you. The TFT screen and customizable modes are intuitive and useful without being overwhelming. Vicious sound. That free exhaust and the growl of the twin are pure auditory adrenaline. But it also has weak points. Thirsty en route, consumption rises if you play with sport mode, and the small tank limits long trips. Suspensions to dominate, not to pamper. The WP Apex are stiff on broken roads. If you seek comfort, check another option. Concrete seat? After 2 hours, your butt will beg for mercy. Who is the 790 Duke for? Your companion if you are an urban sport rider. You'll live for dense traffic and escapes to twisted roads on weekends. Its compact size and agility are lethal weapons in the city. You seek excitement without extreme madness. The 105 horsepower are manageable, but not overwhelming like the 130 of a superbike. Ideal if you're coming from a 600cc and want more character without losing control. You value customization. With KTM's power parts, you can adjust seats, foot pegs, and even electronics like a tailor-made suit. Not recommended? For long-distance travelers, due to range and comfort, or absolute beginners, its power can be intimidating. But if your thing is to cut the asphalt with surgical precision and smile with every throttle blip, friend, this Duke is an orange punch of pure adrenaline, with an electronic safety belt included.
As you can see, it's not just about going for the cheapest naked bike, but about choosing well. A bike that offers you good technology, a fun engine, and a quality that is noticeable in every kilometer. Which of these naked bikes is your favorite? Which one do you think has the best value for money? Leave it in the comments. It's always a pleasure to read you. And if your thing is longer trips or you want a more versatile bike, don't miss our video with the best trail bikes for this 2025. If you like the video, don't forget to support us with your like and following the channel to make this motorcycle family bigger and bigger. Good roads to everyone.